Hello again, and welcome to the DDM Administrator course. During this training, we will review some topics you already saw in the Dante certification program. So if you don't remember a topic, don't worry, we can brush it up here. If you are comfortable with one topic, feel free to skip it and go to the new content, whatever works best for you. Let's start talking about what Dante Domain Manager is, some characteristics, benefits, and the differences amongst licenses. DDM is a server-based software that functions as a network management platform. It is used to configure and manage your Dante devices in more sophisticated network environments. In a traditional or unmanaged Dante network, before DDM, irrespective of the network architecture or the system design, the devices resided in a single subnet or a layer 2 space. So, when you have a project where you have many Dante installations, such as this college campus, for example, with a traditional Dante network, you would end up with lots of isolated networks. This means traveling across the campus to connect, configure, monitor, and troubleshoot each system. DDM solves all these issues and more, allowing you to manage your Dante devices no matter how simple or complex your network deployment is. But what does DDM for you? Not only provides improved control, scalability, and security, but it also enables you to monitor and actively log your Dante systems regardless of size. DDM overlays a control plane over your Dante devices. Note that the DDM server is not in the audio signal path. It only facilitates communication between devices. If the server goes offline, you will lose the ability to make changes to the Dante network. All existing audio and clocking configurations will continue to work, thereby providing resilience. Redundancy in the DDM server environment can be achieved through the high availability. But don't worry, we will discuss that later in the course. Dante Domain Manager lets you organize devices into logical groups with independent management. These groups are called domains. Domains are isolated from each other by default, each with their own independent clock domains. By this, we mean each one will have its own little clock. Since each domain is clocked separately, there is no sharing of audio between Dante domains. Your design, however, may need audio to be shared between domains, which is why we have the ability to do this using a feature called shared audio groups. There is a section dedicated to the shared audio groups later on this course, so don't worry. Also, it should be noted that there is no sharing of audio between Dante devices enrolled in domains and those residing in the unmanaged network. So, basically, a domain could correlate to different rooms, spaces, buildings, or whatever your design needs to be. Okay, did you know that anyone with Dante controller on their laptop can gain access to the unmanaged Dante network and potentially modify your devices? Well, this might be acceptable for systems where the AV network is isolated from the larger or enterprise IT network, or for example, in many live production setups. In these instances, physical security may be used to prevent access to a facility, whether that be the locked AV equipment room or security guards preventing access by checking IDs. Most installed systems such as corporate offices, educational facilities, and government buildings will want to secure their network with more than just door locks and security systems. Well, this is where DDM steps in. Okay. Also, Dante Domain Manager helps secure your Dante network by providing a suite of tools. You can control the user access to Dante devices managed by DDM. All control communications between the DDM server, enrolled Dante devices, and Dante controllers are encrypted. DDM allows you to create users with specific rights and privileges. We call them user roles, with a high level of granularity. You can basically customize the user access experience based on your needs, all while following the principle of least privileges. For example, in a university, you may prevent nefarious people can access to the campus, or have technicians that you want to give the ability to manage Dante devices and student volunteers who probably only need read-only access. Well, DDM lets you do that. For users to access the devices in Dante Controller, they now have to log into the DDM server with a valid username and password. The DDM server is acting as a proxy between Dante Controller and devices that are enrolled in the secure Dante domains. This could be the Dante Controller running on our laptops, or one that is embedded into your favorite AV device. In addition to creating local users, whose information is stored in the DDM server, we can integrate with customers' existing LDAP Active Directory system to manage users. Another major feature of Dante Domain Manager is the ability to expand the Dante networks beyond a single segment, whether it be a subnet or a VLAN allowing you to traverse a Layer 3 network. This means that you can now have Dante designs where devices exist in different VLANs, such as multiple rooms, floors, or buildings, and they act as a single system. You can now deploy large-scale Dante systems over 1,000 devices. For even a modest-sized organization, IT departments like to segment their networks. This could be done for any number of reasons, from security, ease of management, and bandwidth efficiency. The VLANs are then joined with Layer 3 routers or switches that do provide Layer 3 routing, allowing the devices to join again. If you remember from our Level 3 course, the VLANs are in the Layer 2 function and the routers work at Layer 3. The challenge with traversing Layer 3 is that networks often rely on multiple types of traffic for clock synchronization, discovery, and transport of audio and video. And what we are really talking about is multicast traffic. A DDM-based system does not send any multicast packets across the router. Because we have a server linked to all the devices on the network, Dante Domain Manager can provide another valuable service. We can monitor the devices on the network. This is incredibly valuable on systems that are extremely important, large, or spread across a campus. Dante Domain Manager has visibility of all the devices enrolled into it. If there is a problem, you will receive an alert and a notification on the dashboard at the time the issue was detected. Whether they've fallen offline, have clock issues, latency problems, subscription errors between the devices, or just system errors in general. Then, you can proactively resolve the issue rather than just waiting for someone to fix it for you. Now, Dante Domain Manager doesn't just do a ping test to determine if devices are online. DDM is actively monitoring the status of your network. It provides insight into the operational status of your devices, making sure they are performing as expected. And if your organization has a larger network health monitoring solution, Dante Domain Manager can provide alerts via SNMP as well. Remember when we said that DDM acts as a proxy between Dante devices enrolled in domains and Dante controllers? This means that DDM is all-knowing with regards to changes being made to the network by users. It keeps a timestamp down to the second in the audit log of every user action and device issue. This allows you to keep track of everything that is happening on the Dante system. You are able to really nail down what the users are doing, what is happening to devices, and the overall status system-wide. The audit log is a great tool to look for the clues to the cause of any issues. Was a problem caused by a user error, a device being offline, a latency or clocking issue, or was there some form of network disruption? To make working with the audit log easier, Dante Domain Manager offers a search tool allowing you to drill down based on multiple criteria to get just the information you're looking for. Dante Domain Manager is incredibly valuable at every stage, from setting up a system to using it daily. Having objective and quantifiable troubleshooting information is a huge time saver. So that is an overview of the main functions of DDM. Remember that we will be covering this in greater detail later on this course. Now, let's discuss the different versions of DDM licenses. DDM is available in 3 editions: Silver, Gold, and Platinum. There are additional add-on features for Silver and Gold, and all 3 editions have the ability to expand the capacity of the DDM as your system grows in size. By the way, when we refer to a node during this course, we are talking about a Dante implementation. This could be a microphone, a mixing console, a DSP, an amplifier, an AV encoder, a camera, a computer running a Dante virtual sound card, or an inexpensive AV adapter. Usually, a Dante device correlates to one node, but there are also devices out there with multiple Dante implementations on them. For example, a DSP with 2 Dante cards would count as 2 nodes. Silver is ideal for smaller installations, such as conference rooms, reception areas, houses of worship, classrooms, etc., where you just need to secure and monitor smaller systems. Or you need to be able to send Dante audio across subnets. It is for those installations that only need a couple of domains and will not have many devices enrolled. Gold is suited to mid-sized business environments, allowing for easy management of multiple rooms and spaces. Installations at malls, university campus, broadcast and production studios find that this license is a great starting point. This license comes with LDAP Active Directory integration and enhanced event and alert filtering. And Platinum is designed for organizations with many users, rooms, and hundreds of devices in multiple buildings spread over large areas with hundreds of devices. For example, hotel and residential complexes, stadiums, convention centers, theme parks, etc. And it also comes with high availability and SNMP integration. All 3 editions of DDM allow you to do everything shown here. For example, the ability to create, configure, and manage domains across different subnets, log into the web browser dashboard and management page from anywhere on our network or on any device. We can also receive alerts about clocking, are my devices in sync, connectivity, are my devices online and able to connect to the server, latency, are audio packets being dropped, subscriptions, are the routes between my devices resolved, and any server or system issues alerts. All 3 editions have the audit log that keeps track of everything that happens on your Dante network. And all have features like automatic discovery of Dante devices, user definition and role management, system backup and restore, secure, encrypted controlled traffic, and the ability to route audio between Dante domains. These 3 editions of DDM should be considered starting points when designing a DDM system. You select the best edition for your project based on the number of devices and domains required. There are 2 ways to acquire a license, either as a perpetual license or as a subscription plan. So please take that into consideration. The node domain expansion packs or additional features like high availability and SNMP monitoring are also available for these licenses that do not include them. Basically, you customize your DDM edition to best fit your design and budget. For more information about the costs of each license and how to get them, visit our website audinate.com or reach out to your nearest DDM reseller. You can also reach us directly at sales@audinate.com.